the very interesting things, about Pesach is that a time in most parts of the world, it's the time where you do a bracha called Birkat Ilanot. Birkat Ilanot is a blessing over blossoming fruit trees. So in many places around the world, this is the time where fruits blossom. Now, if you look at the halachot, if the fruit already is out, meaning it's, let's say, a full tree of apples, it's too late. But if, let's say, part of the tree already, the fruits came out, a part of the tree is just blossoming, then you can do a blessing on it. If it's blossoming in the beginning, that's ideal. That's ideal. It's usually the ideal scenario is actually to have two different trees blossoming. But even if you have one, Rabbi PESACH that one blossoming tree by itself is one, you have to do a blessing on it. But what's the reason of why we do this blessing? What's the reason? Anybody know? Now, the pshat, the simple reason, is that we're blessing HaKadosh Baruch Hu that every year He renews. Every day He renews the world. But every year He renews this tree. This tree gave out all the fruits. People took the fruits. Nothing was left. And then you see winter come and it looks like the tree's dying. You know, all the leaves fall off, everything falls off, there's no fruits, there's no trees, there's no nothing. It looks like a dead tree. If it's the first time you ever saw a tree, you think, this poor guy died. But then as you would have it, Yishtabach Shemo La'ad, you see this amazing tree blossoms all over brand new. All the, the petals come out, the flowers come out, the fruits come out. Brand new, like mamash, unbelievable. Every year, over and over and over again. Amazing. So you bless HaKadosh Baruch Hu for constantly and miraculously renewing things that to us, if we didn't know better, would look dead. If you go to somebody and you remove everything in his house, and you remove everything in his bank, by itself it's not going to come back. It's not going to blossom by itself. But if somehow you see the guy the next day he has a smile on his face, he goes, what happened? He goes, Yishtabach Shemo, I won the lotto. What? You won the lotto? That's a miracle. Why? He just lost everything yesterday. Today he won even more than what he has. That's in essence the tree. That's the pshat. The pshat is that you bless Hashem for renewing. You bless Hashem for His creation. That's the pshat. But we all know that there's a sod. There's a secret. There's a secret part of the Torah. The secret part of the Torah, for better or for worse, is very interesting, but also scary. So, Arav Chaim Palachi, Alav Shalom, in Sefer Moed Lechol Chai, in chapter 1, Halacha number 6, he says, what's the importance, what's the significance of this mitzvah, of the annual blessing over the blossoming of fruit trees? He says the reason why is because if a person lives in this world and he doesn't do what HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, he doesn't keep Shabbat, she doesn't stay, she's not modest, they don't eat kosher food, they don't do what HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, they decide to do whatever their friends say, whatever their neighbors say, whatever the school says, and not just one time, their whole life. And they die like this. Now, of course, HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want to punish a soul forever. He wants to give everybody a chance to get to the higher stage. But if they mess up, they can't be given the same exact chances again. They have to be given a different chance. If you messed up in this family, next time you're going to get a different family. But that family in the first time was a family of Jewish people. The next time it could be a family of goyim, meaning you have to come to the world, reincarnate into the world as a goy. With your objective is to become a Jew. That's your goal in life. But it could why could such a thing happen? Because maybe in your previous life you married a goy, you married a goya. You acted like a goy, you acted like a goya, oh, you're going to come back as them. With an actual objective and purpose that you have to become a Jew. You have to undo all the mistakes you made. But sometimes people make certain sins. For example, she decides that she wants to have a nice boyfriend from Argentina that's not Jewish. She wants to have a nice boyfriend from Peru that's not Jewish. He wants to have a nice girlfriend from Tahiti that's not Jewish. So what happens? The Gemara says that if a Jew goes with the Goya, she'll be stuck to him like a dog. So Chamim say, what does it mean she'll be stuck to him like a dog? There's a few commentaries on it, but one of them is that he comes back like a dog. He comes back, reincarnates into the world like a dog, with an objective to fix himself. Fix himself. Obviously, he can't convert to be a Jew. But he has to fix himself. He has to suffer as a dog. So, Rabbi Chaim Palachi says, one of the reasons of why HaKadosh Baruch Hu has this mitzvah of Birkat HaIlanot is because there are different types of reincarnations. Sometimes the Jew can reincarnate as a goy. Sometimes the Jew can reincarnate, the male can reincarnate as a female. Female can reincarnate as a male. Ashkenazi can reincarnate as Sephardi. Sephardi can reincarnate as Ashkenazi. You hated Sfaradim, but you are Ashkenazi, you'll reincarnate as Sfaradi, and you'll feel the hate. Midah keneged midah, measure for measure. But if you messed up also, again, you came back as a cow. Because you ate non-kosher food, you come back as a nice little cow that gets slaughtered. Hashem will show you a nice kosher slaughter. Well, it's not good. You still messed up. You didn't fulfill your will, his will. A person can come back as a tzomeach, can come back as a tree, can come back as a plant, with a tikkun that's only possible if somebody goes to that tree and does the Birkat HaIlanot. So when you do Birkat HaIlanot, don't just think, oh, it's a nice mitzvah, Hashem's going to be happy I made this mitzvah first, second, third time in my life, 10th time in my life, wow, Baruch Hashem. No, think also, I have an opportunity right now to mamash save a neshama. Take this neshama from this tree, let Hashem give it another chance. Hopefully it comes back as a human being. Hopefully it fixes itself. So this, Rabotai Yekarim, is a reality. That there are souls that are trapped and reincarnated in the soil, in plants, in fields. And the only way that they can get to a final resting place in heaven, Rabbi Chaim Palachi says, is through this bracha. And this concept is in the Zohar, Parashat Balak, page 196c, 196b, and also the Chida. The Chida wrote the same thing in Moreh Ba'etzba, 199, and so did Rabbi Eliezer Papo in Chesed La'alafim, page 137b.
What if somebody comes back as a stone?
If he comes back as a stone, then there's a pasuk in the Torah that talks about those people that came back as a stone. It says that they're these stones that are screaming. Do you ever see a stone scream? Do you ever hear it scream? But their stones are screaming. You just can't hear them because Hashem did not give you the ability to hear everything that's around you. Because if you did hear or see everything that's really around you, the world would not be the same. You would go crazy. But there's a pasuk in the Torah that says these screaming stones. Chachamim say, what are these screaming stones? Because these are the stones that actually have neshamot in them. And there's a scientific proof that there are stones with neshamot in them in different places around the world. I believe some in Nevada. They've recorded this, where there are stones that are in huge deserts that people video. They put cameras there, stationed them there for a year, and came back a year later, because you can't be there, you'll die. Station these cameras in the desert, recording stones. After a year, they saw that the stones moved to completely 100, 200, 300 feet down. Not because they slid. You see the streaks on the floor. Like they were dragged. But there's nobody there. How? These stones have neshamot in them. So for all of those people that don't like to believe in the mystical aspects of the Torah, then you have to probably pick a different religion, because Torah is full of mysticism. It's full of mysticism. But from this mysticism, we also learn that there is schar ve'onesh. There is reward and punishment. If we do good, we will get good. If we do bad, we will get bad. Simple.